Okay, so we're on to the fifth part of the chapter. We're going to talk about iodine here. So iodine is another essential trace mineral. It is critical for making thyroid hormones, and there's multiple thyroid hormones. RDA for iodine is 150 micrograms, that should say micrograms, not microliters, per day. It is absorbed like others in the small intestine, and then it is transported and stored in the thyroid gland. Sources for iodine in the diet: salt, saltwater seafood, so seaweed is shown on here in the green bar here. It is added to table salt, not naturally found there. So if you're eating sea salt, that may not, that doesn't contain, if it's not iodinized, it won't contain it. And then dairy products. And so for dairy products, they have this because of iodine that's in cattle feed. Okay. So it's not, it wouldn't naturally be produced. Cows eat feed that contains iodine, and so iodine ends up in their milk. Okay, here we go. And so deficiency and toxicity. And so with a deficiency, so not having enough iodine in your diet, that is going to cause a decrease in thyroid hormone production. That will then trigger the pituitary gland to secrete something known as thyroid stimulating hormone, or TSH, which actually causes the thyroid gland to enlarge. And so individuals who are suffering from an iodine deficiency will have what's called a goiter. So this is an enlarged, swollen region where the thyroid gland is. Again, it's an enlarged thyroid gland. Toxicity, the upper limit for iodine is 1,100 micrograms per day. Over that, you can get problems. Again, this will cause enlargement of the thyroid gland and a decrease in thyroid hormone synthesis. So that's kind of interesting. It has that same effect. Okay, so on to selenium. We're getting close to the end here. The RDA for selenium is 55 micrograms per day, again, for adult men and women. The content in food varies in relation to the soil content where the plant or animal was raised. Okay, so it's going to vary. Best sources are seafood, meats, and cereals and grains. Just like others, this is absorbed in the small intestine. We do find selenium bound to a few amino acids, specifically methionine and cytosine. It is necessary, again, for making thyroid hormones, so just like we saw in the previous slide with iodine. And it serves as an antioxidant. It spares vitamin E, and it also protects cell membranes. Okay, so it's important for cell membrane integrity. Research has shown that it may have a role in immune system function. There is an upper limit. It's set at 400 micrograms per day. Chromium, so again, getting close to the end here. Chromium, which is Cr. We don't know a lot about chromium. So data on chromium in content in foods is lacking. We do know that good sources do include meat, liver, fish, eggs, whole grains, nuts, mushrooms, dried beans, and nuts. We don't know the RDA. We only have an AI for this, so adequate intake in men is 35 micrograms per day. Adult woman is 25 micrograms per day. Again, not a lot of information. We don't fully know or understand the function of chromium in the body. Again, there is evidence to suggest that chromium may enhance insulin action, therefore promoting glucose uptake into cells and normalizing, keeping blood sugar levels at homeostatic levels. So may play a role here. Athletes will sometimes take chromium supplementation to enhance muscle mass and enhance strength. There is not evidence to support that. Okay. And again, the impact on body weight and composition, there is not evidence to support that either. So taking supplements for either of those two, again, we just don't have good evidence to support either of those. So again, more research is definitely needed. both on function as well as on deficiency and toxicity. Fluoride. Fluoride's atomic symbol is F. 99% of the body's fluoride is stored in teeth and bones. Fluoride is required for proper development and maintenance of teeth and bones. Fluoride will combine with calcium and phosphorus. Its job in bones and in teeth, is to protect our teeth from bacteria and also from acids. Acids in foods or even stomach acid if you have any problems with GERD. The adequate intake for adults is 3 milligrams per day. This is the amount needed to prevent cavities, which are called dental caries. This amount will not cause fluorosis. So shown here in this picture, you can see that this person's teeth has some marks on it. Those marks are fluorosis, which is mottling of the tooth enamel. Okay, so again, 3 milligrams per day is going to be enough to prevent cavities, but not to promote fluorosis. The upper limit is 0.1 milligrams per kilogram per day, so it's based on body weight. Sources of fluoride, fluorinated dental products. Okay, so, oftentimes when kids are, in their younger childhood and adolescent years, they will get fluoride treatments on their teeth. Okay, there is toothpaste that is fluorinated, and then fluorinated water is probably the best source of fluoride. Not all water, municipal water, is fluorinated. There is a lot of controversy over fluorinated water, but again, the amount of fluorine in drinking water is enough to inhibit dental caries, and it has not, it will not have deleterious effects. Okay, that's it. That's the end of the chapter. So make sure that you get the fillable notes done, your lecture assessment, and all of the other assignments.